Hey guys, I have a very interesting discovery. The discovery is that what is the ego? A lot of people say that mankind is sinful by nature, or mankind is selfish by nature, or something about the ego being the world revolves around them. A very interesting discovery I have is that so people wonder, is the ego bad? Is the ego good? Is it necessary? What is it even? Is it my individuality? See, you're a soul, and you weren't created with an ego. God's creations are perfect. Only when you sin did you develop an ego. So, what is an ego really? It's just deadened parts of your soul. You see, when you sin, the Tanakh says, you make separation between you and God. What happens is your soul deadens in parts. Some of it stays alive, but bits and pieces deaden. And therefore, you get separation from God and you start going crazy mentally because no longer are you focused on the priority, which is worshiping God and being good to your neighbor and so on and so forth. So the pieces of your soul get deadened. And those deadened pieces of your soul is your ego itself. The ego is just deadened pieces of the soul. And then you get forgiveness, the tree of life blesses you, and eventually you get healed and your ego dies. This is why when people go through the murdering of their own ego, their soul heals and they return to God. And that's the whole kind of dynamic interrelationship between so-called ego and soul. The ego is just dead parts of your soul. If you can keep your soul fully alive, you won't have an ego. You'll be inclined to do good. You'll be inclined to um, stay close to God and have your priorities right, and you won't go crazy. So that's all I really had to say before I stall it out too much. Thanks for watching, guys. You weren't born with an ego. God's creations are perfect.